Mobile games have really come into their own in recent years, with tons of great new games released every month. The only issue is that the Play Store and the App Store are still a mess, so finding the best games can be an absolute nightmare. To help, we put together this list of the 12 best Android and iOS games of April 2020. So without further ado, let's get started. Starting off at number 12, we have Racecraft. Racecraft is a game with remote control cars where you can build countless tracks using all kinds of pieces, like it was a Scalex trick. So what's more is once you're done building the track, you can test it with your cars. Building tracks is really simple, but despite that fact, it still has practically endless amount of possibilities. From the beginning, you'll have plenty of pieces to use, which you can turn and place wherever you want in the scenario, and as you play, you can also unlock more pieces. So when you finish building a track, you can save it to return to it later or edit it as much as you want. You can also drive on your track alone or competing against the AI. So coming in at number 11, we have Dead City. Now this is an FPS zombie shooter game where you just stand still defending your post against hordes of zombies throughout the city to bring peace back to humanity. The main character is all alone in the territory that is completely under the control of the army of mutants. There's nowhere to retreat, and he has no choice but to start fighting to destroy the maximum number of walking dead. At his disposal are various types of firearms, easy operation, help gamers in aiming, and as well as the ability to use the environment to their advantage. So fans will be more than happy with this gameplay because this zombie game is an offline game and you can play anytime and anywhere you want. Now at number 10 is Wolf Tales. Now, Wolf Tales is a cute 3D MMORPG that turns you into a wolf. That's right. Each player has a wolf character that can move freely through a natural setting, communicate with other wolves, and of course hunt. Every time you hunt an animal, you gain a point for experience that can help you to improve your wolf skills and characteristics. The gameplay is easy. With the virtual stick, you can move your wolf freely around the setting, and with the attack button, you can harm other animals that you come across. By improving your skills, you'll fight for dominance in this virtual world of wildlife. You can attack other packs and lure their members to your own. Moving on to number 9, we have Super Clone. Super Clone is a highly dynamic dual-stick action game with beautiful graphics, RPG elements, as well as quite impressive complexity, just like a PC game. So opponents will not work as targets. Constant attacks, streams of bullets and projectiles, the use of traps, and much more will require lightning-fast reaction time and accuracy skills of action. So to avoid being hit by enemy fire and to hit as many targets as possible in a minimum period of time, there's random event generation, skill development system, arsenal of weapons, leveling, and upgrading, opening new opportunities as well as much more that awaits participants in the gameplay. Breaking into number 8, we have Bullet League. Now this is a 2D battle royale that challenges up to 30 players to face each other in quick 5-minute rounds. Only one of you can be left standing. As per usual in this genre, there's a huge array of weapons, shotguns, sniper rifles, machine guns, and more at your disposal. One of the main differences between Bullet League and other battle royales like Fortnite and PUBG is that the settings are much more vertical since they're 2D. In other words, you can jump and climb using different platforms in order to stand than your rivals. Plus, you can build blocks using your hammer and use them as shelter, a platform, or to even try and slow down other players. Next up at number 7, we have Mindkeeper. Mindkeeper is the Lovecraftian adventure game that puts you in the shoes of an investigative detective, exploring a seemingly monster-filled mansion. As its name suggests, the game is inspired by H.P. Lovecraft's horror short, The Lurking Fear. There was also a film adaptation released straight to DVD back in 1994, and believe it or not, this one actually started life as an Apple Watch title, before eventually making its way to iPhone and iPad. Now the game has high-quality graphics with real-time lights and shadows, a surroundingly sound atmosphere, challenging puzzles and thrilling action, and simple and intuitive controls with just one finger. Moving on to number 6, you have RBI Baseball 20. Now this is the next step in the development of the famous series of sports projects about baseball. Gamers are offered beautiful graphics, which from stage to stage is becoming better and character animation is smooth and realistic. Convenient controls for instant selection is needed in the moment of action, the camera showing the best angles, and much more, including changes in the lists consisting of real-life athletes. Fans of detailed and very exciting entertainment should definitely pay attention to this game. Game mode offerings from the latest in a long-running series won't blow anyway away on paper. Moving on to number 5, we have Teamfight Tactics. Now this is an auto chess game developed by Riot Games, the same studio that created League of Legends. Just like the popular League of Legends, Teamfight Tactics is set in the Runeterra universe, where you'll surely recognize a bunch of heroes, villains, and other popular monsters. The combat system is very similar to other titles in the same genre, and as you probably already know, it's super easy to learn. Each game is divided into 2 stages. During the first stage, you can choose which units you want to deploy, how to arrange them, and in the second stage, you get to witness the battle against your enemies. Winning the battle earns you more coins than losing. Of course. Next up at number 4, we have Totally Reliable Delivery. Now, this game is about a delivery service that's actually not totally reliable. The game is largely designed for up to 4 players who must work together to deliver all sorts of goods in a timely manner despite being ragdoll characters in a wacky physics environment. Now, this is one of those games that's almost more about the shenanigans you experience with friends during your journey, rather than actually completing any kind of goal at the destination. There will be a lot of modern machines that help you with your tasks, and they include cars, toys, conveyors, and many other things that they're ready to throw you and your stuff out. Coming in at number 3, we have Urban Legends. Now, this is a horror survival game developed individually by Ashram Shakya. It features the medieval era of Kathmandu Valley, where you're bound to encounter various urban legends through a glitch in the Matrix. So you must survive, remain undetected, and trigger certain objectives to wake up and continue your present normal life simulation. Torch all the ashes located in key locations to discover a portal that takes you back to your comforting reality. It takes me 3 or more attempts to figure out what I'm doing, so it would be easier to play if there was like a short tutorial at first explaining the game, but it's nice if they could add a mini-map too. Number 2, we have Wilderless. Wilderless is a gorgeous new open-world game from the developer of Nemean Legends. The game has a huge open-world map that you can virtually explore and get lost in, but with an even bigger scope than either of the previous games. Because in this game, you don't have any quests or missions to complete. You only have to explore the beautiful sights in the game, swim underwater, and fly over the sky. In addition, the graphics of this game have really improved from the previous games, and right now this game is in beta testing, so it'll be even better in times to come. And finally, at number 1, we have Project RIP Mobile. Project RIP Mobile. Now, this is an FPS horror survival game. You'll be sure to enjoy the realistic mechanics of movement and weapons during battles. A good set of weapons and all sorts of devices. You can track your achievements, there are 8 agents to choose from, and there's separate missions of different levels and an arena for endless play for your own pleasure. 5 different levels of difficulty will ensure that you won't be bored for the next couple of lockdown days. If you take into account the excellent scenery and graphics, you can have a great time if you're a fan of this kind of game. So that's it, you guys. If you found this video interesting, then please leave it a like and subscribe if you want to see more videos just like this. I'm Sarah. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!